Yeah, I got it. Let's see. Oh, boy, I had got a drink. So it was a lemonade. It was a lemonade slush. Lemonade slush. That's the base. And I had this. I did extra strawberries. Peach. Easy on the peach and easy on the dragon fruit. Yes, sir. Bang.
Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair for the better part of a century. The Sooners and
It's good thing about being for money play. It's a neutral site. Because you know they're real global rivals.
Based on the outcome of this game.
Neutral site.
Everybody pays
Neutral site.
This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us. Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tune it up.
0-1. Number 10, I knock out the number 1. They should shoot me up to number 5. 400, number 1, man. See, we never thought we'd never see that day. Yeah, boy. 400 have been in that lab.
No reason to risk trying to field that one. As
In the
the
lab.
end zone, it'll be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for room. It's well. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
400 blitz.
The Bowl was divided 50-50, but it's been mostly crimson and cream lately, Jesse.
And I think Texas, their players, their coaches, and their fans, they're just getting sick and tired of these outcomes, results, and the narrative too, David. At some point, players just got to step up, make plays, and win the game.
Yeah, they get tired of hearing about it because all year long you hear about it. Then the next year, and then when you put this losing streak together like they have, all they've done has been talked about in a negative fashion.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet.
Lamar Jackson.
A huge play, and they get it all.
Lamar Jackson.
45-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man?
Lamar Jackson.
Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Nowhere close on that one as he...
I'm trying to see how the hell he got his mans to do all that shit. Ain't no way in the world.
For a full year, the Longhorns had to think about how they just got blown back down I-35 in that game last year, David.
And heard it from their coaches all week long about the beatdown. They talk about how much they got beat by, how they didn't play well, what they're going to do to them again, Jesse. They've heard it plenty.
Well, they've been waiting all year to try and resurrect those demons, guys. But that's the great thing about rivalry games. You're always going to get another opportunity the next year. So I can't wait to see how Texas responds in this one.
On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice.
Oh, what we done got now in the lab.
Talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. no dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass.
Yeah, yo. I ain't had no choice. You know, fucking around and miss the tap on that.
Touchdown, Longhorn!
And the offense punches in it again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games, with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Dropping back, it's Cooks. Moving away from pressure. He's looking on the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He'll pull it on the read. Keeps the legs moving. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. And we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited.
Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sooner.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep...
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Cooks. He's taking the shot. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
How about him? Nice job.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He's got it for the 2. Found his man on the fake, and they take the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Texas offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The give from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just kind of give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They're testing the right side here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Let it bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
The aerial assault continues. Deep shot for the end zone. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now they regain the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 14 to Louisiana Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Wells. Still running at the 40. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Oklahoma quarterbacks have been big factors in Heisman Trophy races, and they don't just do it with their arms.
No, and I tell you what, the offensive system, it seems like it changes over the years, but one thing is always consistent. They're going to feature. They're going to feature what the quarterback does well, and we've seen some freaks through the years. You mentioned Heisman trophies, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, but whoever it is always has a ton of success.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He's going to take off. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the change to measure this one.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. And they've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and let's see what they do to finish off this drive.
Getting some heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Cooks. He fires a bullet to the right. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Makes his connection. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
The Longhorns get it past the sticks.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Motion from the offense. Off play action on 1st down. Coming after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
Power football with the run. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now on 1st down from the 43. He wants to throw. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
Looking to pass, it's Cooks. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Fires left. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the range. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He got it. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Sooners!
Well, they go back to the option play. Now this is the second time, Paul, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Movement here from the tight end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing.
Afterburners coming. At the 30. He's at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the pass.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Coyotes. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football match.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. What a nice job just finding a spot downfield and lofting it in there perfectly.
And you see quarterbacks and receivers do that all the time, right? All summer, throwing the ball in the air, throwing the ball in the air. Why? Because I know exactly where he's going to be, but right when I get my back foot in the ground to throw the football, you can tell he knew exactly how much touch to put on that ball to make a big play down.
Man, he's able to stress defenses with his ability running the football, too. And I know what you're thinking out there. Yeah, Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray and these recent Oklahoma quarterbacks that were able to run the ball. Dare I take you back to 1985, J.C. Holloway coming off the bench for an injured Troy Aikman and leading the Sooners to a national championship, running the option on offense. This guy's showing you a little J.C. Holloway action with that last run there.
Looking to the big tight end. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Back to throw, it's Cooks. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. They'll try it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Longhorns will try to convert on fourth down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. First down for this offense. They'll try the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for room. It's Wells. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Cooks. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by them.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
First down to start the drive after the break. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Just ran over it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll get rid of it. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. They're reading him, and basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his big tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This quarterback part of their running game. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running with power. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the air, it's Cooks. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! They move on top here in the 4th.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief but they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw an interception.
He tries to take the top off. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field. The ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease. It's Wells. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Tough sledding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Texas.
And listen, still a ways to go. A great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. This rivalry is always full of passion. It brings out the best in both teams, but today, Oklahoma a little bit better, David.
Yeah, it's hard to handle all the hype of the Red River rivalry, and Oklahoma did an unbelievable job coming out the gates, handling it, putting hook'em horns where they belong, behind OU.
Yeah, you know, and this is a game that not just these players, but I think fans of college football in general circle at the start of the year every single season. The Red River rivalry is just special because of the tradition and history these two schools bring, but it's all about Oklahoma today.